Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama, I'm inviting some devotees here. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Welcome everybody. I'll get the microphone here. Had a lot of action today. It's all part of it. Purification. It's got to happen. It's all the result of stuff coming out. Illnesses, sicknesses, past stuff. It's all got to come out. It's a result of ecstatic ecstasy. More comes in, more goes out. More of the old stuff. It's good. It's all good. So don't take any of this stuff seriously. Grab at it. No problem. It's wonderful. It's nice to be at WeatherSpoons now. It's more quiet, peaceful. Here with all the drunks. Okay, so let's chant a little bit here and see where it goes, and then we'll read from Bhagavatam or something. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oops, yikes. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna. Oh, my auspicious Lord. Wow. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna. Name tastes good, doesn't it? Wow. Oh my Lord, you are truly the bread of life, the nectar of life. Oh, Krishna, thank you so much. Thank you, Lord Chaitanya. Thank you, Prabhupada, for bringing us the name. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What a privilege it is to bring people the name here in this world. Huh? People don't know, but they get to hear the name and they make advancement. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. So nice. We're so privileged to bring the holy names into this Maya here, and with these people, they're all stuck in Maya, and it's only the name that will liberate them. Just hearing that, just by engaging, they don't even know it, but they're engaging in service, and getting purified. Sowing seeds, and then in future time, generations can bear more fruit. Just doing our work here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari.
Oh yeah. But have you tried the one upstairs in the Victoria Centre? Risotto.
Yeah, that's one in the middle, isn't it?
It's one upstairs. It's Italian. It's half price from 8:30 till 10.
Yeah, that's
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Isn't that the truth? Every day is a feast day. Yes. Every day is a Sunday feast day. Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna.
Yeah, well that's what it normally is. On the way up there, that Starbucks is very busy. Straight through.
Costas is you get there the fair to oil. Which is where the tram stops.
I know where you
Costas
mean.
there, haven't you? So.
But the baristas are very brittle. I mean, I made a couple of jokes. I'll tell you what I'm in trouble with. What goes like this?
Okay, so we'll read some Bhagavatam where we were left off before.
In a plastic container. I said very clever.
Yeah.
Jai Jai Vedas, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 10th chapter, 17th verse. Saintly persons, this Narada Muni said, saintly persons may freely associate with those who are poverty-stricken, but not with those who are rich.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh!
I like it.
But not with those who are rich. A poverty-stricken man, by association with saintly persons, very soon becomes uninterested in material desires, and the dirty things within the core of his heart are cleansed away.
I'm not interested in girls of that.
Saintly persons, sadhus, think of Krishna 24 hours a day. They have no other interest. Why should people neglect the association of such exalted spiritual personalities and try to associate with materialists? Taking shelter of non-devotees, most of whom are proud and rich.
Anyway, I was being rude apparently. So that's three counts of one being rude, one staring, one a rattlesnake joke. I've been banned from 3 coffee shops.
Therefore, since these two persons, drunk with the liquor named Varuni or Madhavi, and unable to control their senses, have been blinded by pride of celestial opulence, and have become attached to women, I shall relieve them of their false prestige. These two young men, Nalakula Vilvara and Manigriva, are by fortune the sons of the great demigod Kruvara. But because of false prestige and madness, after drinking liquor, they are so fallen that they are naked, but cannot understand that they are. Therefore, because they are living like trees, for trees are naked but are not conscious. And basically that's also the false ego. You get intoxicated, not only the liquor of the world. What's actually even can be worse is the liquor of the false prestige, false ego. The liquor of pride. It's a liquor. It gets you intoxicated with false prestige and competition and jealousy and envy. It's intoxication, And you can't see that you're naked. You're naked before, maybe not the world can't distinguish, but before sadhus, they can see, oh, this person's intoxicated with pride. See? As it is in the world, is people often think that proud sannyasis or proud persons are respectable, and are meant to be worshipped, as our deliverers, even, it gets to be like that. They think that's the Bhakti Lata creeper, Bhakti Lata beast, but it's not. See? So the only time we can really distinguish that is when we start tasting the nectar, the holy name, which is beyond all these material energies. There's nothing like it. See? When you see a devotee chanting the holy name in ecstasy, and tears are coming, and laughter, and all that, now they're relishing the Bhakti Lata Bij is growing from that taste of that, what's real. Okay? And so now they're becoming sober. They're sobering up. That's the water. You know how people, they have to take a shower, cold water, Well, the water for sobering up is bhakti, true bhakti. So Narada Muni is saying that's why people should associate with sadhus. See, not associate with sadhus who taste the nectar of the holy name. Yeah, and otherwise you take shelter of those in the world, and then you just get mixed up with their material potent energies, and stuff like that. Doesn't do any good, really.
I'm going to you're going to call it out.
That's why it's so rare to find a real sadhu that is tasting that nectar, because in the world, there are many teachers. Even in religion, there are teachers in Vaishnavism. They're not tasting that nectar of what is beyond this universe and beyond liberation, even. So it's not surprising. So, they can't help us very well. So, and ultimately, when the Sukriti is very thick, we meet the real sadhus who are tasting the nectar of reality, the highest reality, and not misinterpreting it as something material. See, a lot of people are thinking what is material is still spiritual. Tantric stuff even, that's not spiritual yet, really. It's still within the material universe. So therefore, because they are living like trees, for trees are naked but not conscious. See? So the first thing is we got to become conscious of what is not real. See, that's the idea of preaching. Preaching the distinguishing reality from illusion. See? And so most people are not conscious because of feeding on the material energy, which intoxicates you and makes you like this. You're naked, but you can't see it. You're not aware of it. Okay? So these two young men should receive the bodies of trees. This will be the proper punishment. Nonetheless, after they become trees and until they are released, by my mercy, they will have remembrance of their past sinful activities. Moreover, by my special favor, after the expiry of 100 years, by the measurement of the demigods, they will be able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vasudeva, face to face, and thus revive their real position as devotees. So that's where it's all leading, isn't it? So the Lord is so kind, He came here as Lord Chaitanya, that gives us the holy name so we can chant and chant and chant and realize face to face. See, we coming gradually more, we're actually face to face with the name of God, but there's offenses there. And by getting into proper association, ultimately, then we can start to taste that, see the Lord face to face by chanting, hearing, experience the subtle body of Krishna, subtler than the most subtle thing. See? And that's what releases us. See, when love for the Lord awakens, now we're released. Now we know what is reality. Only, remember we were reading, I remember reading in Caitanya-caritāmṛta, the Lord Chaitanya was teaching. He was saying that it's only when devotion awakens that we can understand the true nature of this universe and the true nature of God. See, Vedas, when he attained self-realization, he saw the material potency and the spiritual potency side by side. See? So devotion, self-realization is the awakening of devotion to God. Okay? So that exposes the true nature of the Lord and his material creation. You can see that this is all passing. So even Christians more or less get that realization because they start to taste the true nature of reality by faith in Jesus Christ. And then you can see in their writings, Paul's writings, John's writings, they saw this world as something just passing. They're just passing through. They were in this world but not of it. They knew they belonged to the spiritual world. See, only tasting this awakening of devotion, this love of God, it gives us this understanding, nothing else. Even Brahman realization isn't strong enough. You know, you can't understand the true nature. It's only partial realization. I'll be right back to get another one of these. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Try not to, if you don't realise I am doing it, you probably have. So it's still high, so he says, soon you're on the high dose stuff, 10 mil. So he says, there's another one I can give you, it's Sunday. He says, but I don't really want to do that to check blood pressure, one of the tablets. So he says, would you be able to afford to get a monitor? He says, I'll get one now. He says, it's my own. Anyway, so that's the chemist got one. He says, do a month each week, morning and evening. Bring it into them. Or the receptionist. We'll check it. If you think you need to tweak what I can do is tweak this all the time. He says, as soon as you've got to do that, try how you go into it. It's still out this morning. So I thought it might be loads when I slept all out. So it's the bottom one is concerned about. Yeah, the bottom one is. See, the top one, clearly, she bottom line one. So she hasn't actually gone home yet?
No, it's not too early.
Oh, yeah, she was told, yeah.
So she said it's going out to see what they're back or not.
Don't know.
Well, me and the shoulders were going yesterday to see it in the afternoon.
Okay, I got my window seat back, so we're going to move over here. There we go. All right. Oh my, I got my new great seat here. I like this place. Oh, it's so nice here. It's nice. Little prison cell. Okay. Hare Krishna. One second. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Okay. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Moreover, by my special favor, after the expiry of 100 years, by the measurement of the demigods, they will be able to see the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva, face to face, and thus revive their real position as devotees. So ultimately we have to see the Lord face to face, and that doesn't mean you have to see Him like in some physical manifestation necessarily, but you can see Him, like Lord Brahma says, through the ears, and that's why stress is put on hearing, chanting, remembering, because the Lord can manifest His devotion, and then just by the mantra, that devotion awakening, you can feel the subtle presence of the Lord, and that is more important than actually seeing Him with your eyes. See? I mean, it's good to see Him with your eyes if you ever, the Lord actually manifests. But the washerman in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, he saw the Lord, but he didn't like the Lord. He was adverse because he wasn't purified. See? So, if love awakens for God, you may not see Him with your eyes, but you will feel His transcendental presence awakened in your heart. See? And that is more important, because then when you meet the Lord face to face, you'll have love for Him, because now what you bind in this world, you bind in spirit. But if you're adverse to the Lord, and the way that's proven is when a devotee crosses your path, they're related. See, relationship, transcendental relationship with God. So if you don't like the devotee that's set before you, that means you need some purification. Because you're at that adverse. Because if you die being adverse to the devotee, that means you're adverse to God. See? That's why the Lord sends His devotees to prepare us, to deliver us. See? We're delivered when we get the association of the devotee and able to take their association. Otherwise we're not purified. People, they can go. Like, practically you could be initiated by Srila Prabhupada. A lot of people are. Okay? But Prabhupada, he was hiding his true nature. See, his true nature is to be a devotee with bhakti and crying and laughing and all of that. That's the nature of God, man. That's the nature of the spiritual potency. That's why it's hidden in this world, is because if there was a bunch of people walking around like that, everybody'd be freaking out. You know? So the devotees hide, and so part of bringing out the truth of who God really is in His ultimate revelation, which Lord Chaitanya and Radha Krishna are, is often it's a gradual thing. You know, those who actually are like that may teach and hide some of what they are, just like even in Vaikuntha, in the spiritual world. There's God, it's the same one God, right? But He's Vaikuntanath, or Narayan. And in the body and the expression of God in that form as Narayan, he's only partially expressing Himself, who He is and what He is. Okay? So He's holding His Vrindavan manifestation back in Vaikuntha. Okay? Or in Ayodhya. See, He's holding back His Krishna expression there, even though that's part of Him also. See, so the Lord is satisfying various types of devotees with His form, particular form. His form means manifestation, His vigraha. See? So you got Lord Ramachandra. Ooh. Space is running out. Okay, anyway, I got to figure out what that is about. Hopefully later. Anyway, you got Vaikuntanath, you got Narayan, you've got Ramachandra. Okay? So these are various manifestations of God. Okay? And they're holding back something from their fuller expression of Vrindavan. Okay? So the same thing in this world. All these forms are transcendental, and there are many people striving to understand God, but they don't understand or feel attracted yet to His transcendental manifestation. And that's not surprising, because that manifestation is beyond this universe. Even demigods may have sometimes, this false ego thing. Develop. There's still pride and all this, being big demigods and stuff like that. They also may be adverse to the Lord, more or less. You know? So, in our line, in the Vaishnava line, the ultimate manifestation is Radha and Krishna via the teachings of Lord Chaitanya and the associates of Lord Chaitanya. That kind of association gets us ready for the ultimate manifestation of God. So it's a big deal here, and the Lord has worked really fast. I mean, He came as Lord Chaitanya and just said, "Hey, this is how I am in my ultimate expression of who I am." I'm this ecstatic person, and so He showed that as Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda, and He said, "And these are my devotees in Vrindavan. They're like this. They're really ecstatic. They laugh, they cry, and all of that." And so it's not surprising now in this world, people see devotees here. The devotees here that laugh and they cry and they're ecstatic are here to get people comfortable and purified and ready to meet God in that way. See, that's why, that's the secret of Lord Chaitanya telling Nityananda and Advaita, give this devotional service even to the lowest persons. See, don't hold it back. Give it, show it, manifest. He even said, manifest this devotional service of Vrindavan, even to the lowest persons. See? So the Lord previously, even now, even through Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta, we're hiding that fuller expression. See, it wasn't time. Just manifest this bhakti. See? And give it to the lowest persons. You notice the persons coming first here are usually not always, well, a lot of them are, they're coming out of Prabhupada's groups because they're ready for more than just, rules and regulations and varnashram dharma. Eh? But they can come from anyone. Give it to anyone. Anyone can come here and get this. All you have to do is like the expression and come to believe in it and like it and appreciate that this kind of expression of the Lord through the devotee. The devotee manifests that relationship that they have to whoever is close to them, around them. And whoever is good with that, if you're okay with that, you say, hey man, I like that. Man, I want to worship like that. You're on the Raganuga path. That's the teaching. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Ragvartma Chandrika, the introduction, right there, man. Says, hey, the only qualification doesn't wait for you to be perfect in anartha nivritti and rules and regulations and anything like that. The only qualification is greed. Do you want to worship like that? That's it, man. If you say, and if anybody out there tries to convince, oh, this person, he's not perfect, he's not perfect and qualified and all this stuff, and you believe that preaching, then you don't have enough greed. How many people we've seen, they hear the preaching of these dried up prune Vaidhi bhaktas, and they believe it, and then they're out of there. They're gone. They don't have enough greed. You got to come to the point where you say, hey man, I really want this. And that's why, a person that has done Vaidhi Bhakti for a while and they're ready for more, when they come here, they're serious and they usually will stick if they really want this, because they say, hey man, I've done the Vaidhi for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. Now I'm ready for some more, and here it is. Let me stick with this. You stick with this for 5 years, man, you're going to get it, I'm sure, usually. You've done Vaidhi Bhakti for, 10, 20, 30 years, and then you come here and just willing to go deeper and on, you're going to start to become ecstatic. Look at Meena, man, now she's singing and dancing. She just came, one meeting here and goes back, and now she's singing and dancing and all that stuff, in the market, inspiring other people. Yeah, isn't it awesome, huh? So wonderful. Yeah. So anybody out there saying they know Prabhupada and all that stuff, and they're still dried up prunes, man, if you know Prabhupada, you know what we're doing here. That's you. But see, people don't know Prabhupada usually because they don't appreciate what we're doing here. We're doing what Prabhupada was doing in his room. Alone. He was crying, he was laughing when he chanted Mahamantra, and he was doing that in his room because people were like they are now. Many Vaidhi Bhaktas, they're probably destined for the whole generation, to die in that Vaidhi. Okay, fine. Prabhupada was happy, if you just could get a human birth, you'll get a human birth, no problem. If you're satisfied with that, get your human birth. Get your birth as a demigod. Do anything you want. That's very good, okay? Prabhupada was happy with it. I'm not happy with that, man. Yeah, I want people to go, anybody coming here, I want you to be as I am. I want you to be even more ecstatic than I am. That's what I want. Prabhupada was happy, let's just get these people a birth, But here, full expression, Prabhupada told me personally, his approval, doing exactly what he wanted, that was doing just what I'm doing here, and just doing more of it now, and more of it, and more of it. And that's how I feel. I just want to see, and that I know my heart is connected there, with the Prabhupada. I'll just say they want people to get, they want to become as Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta and all Bhaktivinoda and all the acharyas. They want everybody to become like that. And there's no reason, if you see this bhakti and you really take shelter of it, there's no reason that that shouldn't happen. There's no excuse, no cloak for anything else for that. If you really want that, you really want to be as they are, all you have to do is surrender to that bhakti, man. Surrender to that experience. To say, yeah, Lord, I want that. And He can give it in a second. He can make us qualified, and He does. This was the teaching of these acharyas. They were giving this bhakti for free as charity, and that's happening again. Now, there's no excuse. You just surrender. You come to the point where you say, yes, more and more, yes, 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 more of this, more of this. Lord, I want more of this. And you will get more of this and less of that in the world. And then you may get some of that, and then you realize, that ain't it, and it's okay, but this is better. That's insignificant, this is the greater thing. That's all the Lord wants. And then you can, finish off whatever you have here, but you know what is real. You keep cultivating the real thing in your life. The Lord is good with that. Okay, this person knows what is real. That's all the Lord wants us to know. And then you can work out your old attachments for many millions of years towards stuff. You can go out and enjoy a little bit. But it won't be as it was before where you get entangled in it. It's just it's on its way out. That's the confidential teaching of the Bhagavad-Gita. It's all in there. Lord Chaitanya even told Prahlad Maharaj, he said, I want you to take the charge of this kingdom. I want you to experience this world and just run it out, man. Just whatever is little there, you want to taste it, taste some of it, and then you realize it ain't pretty, it ain't great, and this is better. Yeah? And you just do more and more like that. So people coming here, you can relax more, no problem, because now you get to know what is reality. You're taking shelter of what is real. Ecstatic devotees chanting in ecstasy, that's reality. There's no other reality in this world. No other kind of, there can be nice proper devotees doing a proper chanting and everything without the ecstatic devotion. Well, that's not it yet, fully. That's something. Janaki says, yes, I want this, I'm greedy, I'm just really tough nut to crack. Tough nut to crack. So I want you to have a new mantra, Janaki. Instead of, I'm just a tough nut to crack, I want you to say to yourself, I am just soft as butter. I am just soft as butter. I am just soft as... So start chanting that mantra. I am just soft as butter. Ooh, shoot, man. Ah! Yipes. Oh boy. I hope I didn't mess up my phone here. Spilled water on it. Ooh. Or coffee on it. Ooh, here, I got it. Sorry about that, guys. seems to be okay. That's good. That's the main thing. Okay, be right back. Okay. All right, as good as new now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Ooh, good. God, I smell it. How did all this coffee come in? I don't want to have it all over my pants. There she goes, soft as butter. That's what I like. Yeah, just use that mantra. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Sukadeva Goswami continued, having thus spoken, the great saint, Devarsi-narada, returned to his ashram, known as Narayan Ashram, and Nakula and Manigriva became twin Arjun trees. I think I saw a secret code in here. Narada Muni returned to his ashram, Narayan Ashram. Narada Muni doesn't really, I don't know, he might have an ashram somewhere, but does he really? His ashram is Narayan Ashram. It's the chanting of the holy name. His shelter, his ashram, his shelter is the name of Krishna. He returned to his ashram, Narayan Ashram. He's always going around, Narayan. He's always at his ashram, man. He's traveling all the time, all over the world, just traveling. His ashram is Narayan Ashram. You see how that works? The Narayan Ashram. The name is his ashram, man. These are jokes, man. I tell you, man. The way these books are written, you can see the devotees joke around a lot. Return to his ashram, Narayan Ashram. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, to fulfill the truthfulness of the words of the greatest devotee, Narada, slowly went to that spot where the twin Arjun trees were standing. Although these two young men are the sons of very rich Kuvera, and I have nothing to do with them, Devarshi Narada is my very dear and affectionate devotee. And therefore he wanted me to come face to face with them, and I must do so for their deliverance. So there again, there's the secret of deliverance, man. See, you got to find a very dear and affectionate devotee of the Lord, of Lord Krishna, right? Okay? So that's really the secret, man. What good is it to go to a guru or a teacher that has no affection for Krishna? I mean, transcendental affection. And that's the highest thing, isn't it? You know, Rupa Goswami said, pure devotional service is very rarely attained. And that's an affectionate devotee of Krishna. That's a Narada Muni type. See? It's not easy to have transcendental affection for Krishna. That's why it says, pure devotional service is very rarely achieved. But that's who you have to meet to be delivered. You have to meet a Jesus type. Or those who receive the mercy of Jesus, or those who receive the mercy of those who receive the mercy of Jesus, of those who receive the mercy of Jesus, of those who receive the mercy of Jesus. See, that's a disciplic line. And the line often gets broken. And therefore the devotees have to be sent that already have a previous relationship. It answers Yamuna's question or comment this morning or yesterday. See? Somebody who has a previous relationship has to come and establish the line, just like Krishna did. Krishna says, when the line is broken, I have to come here to reestablish the line. Bhagavad-Gita, right? Well, he either comes here himself or he sends his devotee. See? When he left, the line very quickly needed to be reestablished, because as soon as Lord Chaitanya leaves, all this stuff rushes in. Bhakti Siddhanta talked about this. He said, as soon as Lord Chaitanya left, the influences of Kali Yuga, these persons teaching like they do now, came in and taught that austerity is the way to achieve God, renunciation is the way to achieve God, Krishna. Okay? Sadhana Bhakti is the way to achieve Krishna. See? They came in. They forget about the mercy. They didn't have the mercy of Krishna. So the devotees who had this mercy of Lord Chaitanya separated themselves from those groups. Just like now, we have to separate ourselves from those who are teaching that way, because it's not right. See? The right teaching is you get the mercy from those who have the mercy, who've gotten the mercy from those who've gotten the mercy, then those who've gotten the mercy. You go in that disciplic line. In other words, you get the mercy from those who have gotten the mercy to have an affectionate relation with Krishna. And what do they show? They show the symptoms of persons like Johan and others here. See? They're not morose. They start to smile a lot. They become truly happy. So that's the secret. And you see, the Lord says, because I usually have, Krishna usually has nothing to do with proud people, with persons in the false ego, proud and all that stuff. But because they had a relationship with Narada, being cursed by Narada, which was a blessing, the Lord Krishna says, well, because they have a relationship with my devotee who wanted to help them, then I must help them. See? And that shows you those who have in a relationship with Prabhupada, even though they're in false ego, a lot of them, a lot of these leaders and stuff, false ego and pride and all kinds of, things, the Lord is going to help them because, they've done some service for Prabhupada, and they did so the Lord will help them because of that relationship. They might have to suffer a little bit like Mani, Griva and everything because of their activities. But because they have a relationship with Prabhupada, his dear devotee, affectionate devotee, wasn't Prabhupada affectionate to Krishna? They will be helped. Yeah. That's how it works. And those who get the result first are the ones who are not so proud usually, and they come and they're delighted when an acharya, a real acharya, begins to arise. You know, they're delighted to hear from them, they're delighted to take the shelter, and they just get the more and more grace, and then they show, they're the example to humble those proud persons, you know, with the big followers and big followings and the big false egos. And, you know, they also want Krishna, but they just, you know, had to go that way. And so those who here are eating at the table the feast, like Johann says, man, every day's a feast. You don't think those persons who get wind of that, those leaders and everything, and they're thinking, well, I thought the feast was having all these followers and all this money and all this honor, and I thought that was the real feast. But look at these guys, they look like they're having the real feast. You see how they get humbled like that? Nah, the real feast is chanting Hare Krishna, ecstasy with affection for that name, man. That's the feast. And the only way you know that is you have to see it on the face of devotees chanting the holy name and get that greed, who are feasting on that name. They show you with their own eyes. You can see a person that is eating the bread of life. The bread of life is Krishna himself, God. So Jesus said, I am the bread of life. That's right. God is the bread of life, man. And most people are not qualified to eat that transcendental bread, and therefore the Lord sends his devotees eating that bread and showing you, come on, sit down at the table and let's feast together, man. Right? Let's sit down at this table, man, and have a feast on this name. Is being cursed to having a relationship? Yes, absolutely. Not cursed by a Brahmin, but cursed by a pure devotee, man. You get cursed by a pure devotee, you're guaranteed to get a relationship with Krishna, because everything they do is absolute and full of blessing. You get cursed by a Brahmin, a Brahmin has not realized absolute reality yet. Look at Sarvabhauma and his wife. They cursed their own son to die and be a widow, to die. They cursed their own son and son-in-law to die. What happened? They got Lord Chaitanya. Because they had a relationship. See? That's right, man. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. You get cursed by a devotee, that's only going to be a blessing. You get cursed by a mundane person, they think, see, mundane persons have no heart, no compassion, no love, no real blessing. If you're mundane, man, I don't care if you're a guru or if they're a follower, you can't do anything much for anybody. Maybe on the material platform you can give them a meal or something, put a Band-Aid on their false egos and stuff. But that's all you can do. But the devotees who have realized the Lord, they can do a lot, man. They liberate your people from this illusion. So the curse of a devotee is just a big joke, actually. You got to understand, they don't curse, they only bless. So if they do a curse, it's always a blessing. It's always absolute, man. It's always liberating, and then that's the moral of that story. Showing you right there, their curse was the biggest blessing, to see Krishna. And become devotees, and they're established in their position. Saved them millions of lifetimes. They just took one birth as trees for a long time, but still, hey man, they got to see Krishna, during his pastimes. It's very rare. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, to fulfill the truthfulness of the words of the greatest devotee Narada, slowly went to the spot where the twin Arjuna trees were standing. Although these two young men are the sons of a very rich Kuvera, and I have nothing to do with them, Devarsi Narada is my very dear and affectionate devotee, and therefore, because he wanted me to come to face, I must do for their deliverance. So we're delivered by those who have developed affection for the Lord. And that's how it is. If we have no transcendental affection for the Lord, we cannot get the Lord to interact with anybody. The Lord He only does it this way. That's why we're saved through Jesus Christ or through Lord Chaitanya, but not directly. Okay? The line is kept intact by the parampara system. That's why the devotees, you have to contact the devotees even today who have this affectionate, transcendental relationship with God. See? Because they've gotten the mercy of Jesus Christ through those who have gotten the mercy of Jesus Christ, of those who have gotten the mercy of Jesus, all the way down the line. You have to associate with affectionate devotees and be delivered by them. And that's in Vaishnavism too. It's the same thing. You have to have those devotees who have a transcendental, affectionate relationship with God to deliver you, and no one else can do it. No one has the power to get the Lord to agree to deliver you. It's not enough to have a lot of knowledge about the study of the Vedas and to say, I'm Mr. Guru, and all that, and I can deliver you because I have the knowledge, I've been initiated by Prabhupada and all that. It ain't enough, man. Do you or do you not have a transcendental, affectionate relationship with the Lord, as the book says, to get that kind of mercy, or not? Yes or no? You're in a court of law right now. Yes or no? The parampara, the real one, the real disciplic line is kept intact by those who get the mercy of those who've gotten the mercy. See? So Madhavinda Puri is a very good example of a person who had to be sent here to reestablish the line that was broken 5,000 years ago. It wasn't even really established much because all of Vrindavan was hidden, So Madhavinda Puri had to come outside of Vrindavan, take birth here, and establish the line. He had to. The symptoms of this kind of bhakti was not manifest anywhere. Okay? This is why now, if anybody wants a real relationship with Krishna, you got to find some rare person. If they're manifest in this world, and they are now. Hey, look at this. If they're manifest now in the world, get a seat.
Get some coffee.
Yeah, get some coffee. Yeah. All right. Oh, no. That's enough for me, man. Thank you. That has that relationship, whether they've got it here. Like now, you're seeing people getting this relationship. Johan's a good, vivid example. He's relishing this bhakti. You see, he laughs, he's crying, blows his nose a lot, shakes, and has a big smile on his face most of the time. He's reading Caitanya-caritāmṛta in ecstasy. Vivid example. See, you have to find somebody like that. Where you get it through like he's gotten that. He had some ecstasy before this, but he didn't have this level of it. This is being cultivated in this association. See? And as that develops and all this, people will get it through him. And that's the line. If you find, and see what people are wrong. Now, the Vaishnavas, they don't see what's happening here in a real disciplic line. You want an example, a real line, you come here. You know, you found somebody here. I've always had this. It awakened immediately. Because it's so rare to have any, even Prabhupada's disciples, to have anybody that has this kind of bhakti. I brought it in. I just immediately got Prabhupada's book, and I got Jesus' book and was lifted into the kingdom just reading a few verses. I got Prabhupada's book. I read one verse. I'm lifted up into realizing that this was my tribe, you know, where I belonged, and all in ecstasy. See? Now people are going to get it that way. That's the way Madhavinda Puri gave it. See, he gave it to Ishvara Puri, who got that mercy, and gave it the ecstatic devotion, and he gave it to Lord Chaitanya, that connection. But Lord, of course, the Lord always had it, but he wanted to show how it works. Then he showed that I got it from my guru, and then the Lord passed it on all over to millions of people. See, it's in disciplic line, and then those millions of people, they all must have went back home to Godhead, you know, because after that, then the Lord had to send them again, like Srinivas, who always had it, Narottam, who always had this bhakti, you know, and then they showed you, well, we got it through, they didn't get it through their gurus, they always had it. But they show for the future, people are going to have to get it through a person who has it. They have to show the symptoms of having this bhakti. Vaishnavas are taught wrong now. They're taught, does this person have knowledge of Krishna? That's all they can show. Well, look at me. I got a nice uniform. I got my group has ordained me as your savior. See, this is external bhakti. This is not internal bhakti. This is external symptoms of, oh yeah, well, let me put the uniform on, let me get the tilak on, let me study the Vedas, and let me memorize the verses, and let me get the most important thing is the diploma on my wall from my group saying that I am a bona fide spirit. Now I have all the external trappings of a bona fide spiritual master. Now I can trap many people into thinking that I'm their deliverer. See? Trap them. See? In other words, you found the false line. It's not the real line. They're still practicing. See? And if you don't admit that, see, that's the thing. You don't admit that, how can you be delivered? You'll always think, oh no, I'm a deliverer. No, you have to eat the humble pie, be humiliated, like, boy, I'm a stupid fool to think that I could deliver anybody without having this bhakti that people are being delivered in our group have. See? Oh, this sahaja thing will just fly to a certain point. Oh yeah, they're all sahajas, man. They can't even cry a tear for Krishna. All they can do is call us sahajas. That can fly for only a certain amount of time. See, you got to be delivered in the real line. Okay? Those who have an affectionate relationship, affectionate transcendental relationship with Krishna are guru, because Krishna will agree to deliver them, just like the book says. See, they got to be in line with this friggin' book, this wonderful book. Wonderful book. Perfect book. Perfect understanding of a disciplic line is that simple. People, they so complicate everything with speculations. It's very simple. You got to find a transcendentally affectionate devotee and develop a relationship with them, and then Krishna will agree to deliver you. Even getting chastised by Lord Chaitanya showed that example. He chastised. That's like cursing somebody, chastising them, right? He chastised and cursed Devananda Pandit. The result was he became a devotee. Joanne says, Freddie is looking for the easy way. That would be something. Freddie says, if you would curse the world, would it be liberated in due course? Yeah. Why not? You don't have to curse the world. You can bless the world. We'll bless you to all be liberated. That's what they usually do. You only curse the most fallen persons. That's usually the student community. Just have to tell you the truth, man. You know how you become the most fallen person? See, these people aren't the most, they're not the most fallen persons. You know why? Because they don't criticize Vaishnavas. These people out there you seen on the street, you think they're the most fallen persons out there? No, they'll probably be delivered first. The most fallen are those who criticize ecstatic devotees. Okay? And there will be delivered. Okay? And they'll be delivered also. Oh. A second. You know what? I gotta. Yeah. So, yeah, everybody in that sense gets delivered. So the Lord came to deliver the most fallen too. So those could be those who get a... Hey, you know, in this backpack here, in the first pouch,
yeah,
I think first one or second one, there's my power bank. I need it. This thing keeps running out of space. I wonder what the heck that's about, man. It's like a wrong message here. You see it? It's in there. Remember, the first or second. There it is. Thank you. There we go. Yep. Anyway. So twin. There it is. Okay. So having thus spoken, Krishna soon entered between the two Arjun trees, and thus the big mortar to which he was bound turned crosswise and struck them. By dragging behind him with great force the wooden mortar tied to his belly, the boy Krishna uprooted the two trees. And by the strength of the Supreme Person, the two trees with their trunks, leaves, and branches trembled severely and fell to the ground with a great crash. Thereafter, in that very place where the two Arjun trees had fallen, the two great and perfect personalities who appeared like fire personified came out of the two trees. The effulgence of their beauty illuminating all directions, with their bowed heads they offered obeisances to Krishna, and with hands folded they spoke the following words. O Lord Krishna, your opulent mysticism is inconceivable. You are the supreme original person, the cause of all causes, immediate and remote, and you are beyond this material creation. Learned Brahmanas know on the basis of the Vedic statement that you are everything, and this cosmic manifestation in its gross and subtle aspect is your form. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of everything. Actually, you know what? Read some of this. I need to go and wash this stuff off my pants, man, you know. I'll be right back, and he's going to read a little bit here. Put the microphone on, too.
O Lord Krishna, your opulent mysticism is inconceivable. You are the supreme original person, the cause of all causes, immediate and remote, and you are beyond this material creation. Learned Brahmanas know, on the basis of the Vedic statement, Sarvam Keva Idam Brahma, that you are everything, and that this cosmic manifestation and its gross and subtle aspects is your form. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of everything. The body, life, ego, and senses of every living entity are your own self. You are the Supreme Person, Vishnu, the imperishable controller. You are the time factor, the immediate cause, and you are material nature, consisting of the three modes, passion, goodness, and ignorance. You are the original cause of this material manifestation. You are the super soul, and therefore you know everything within the core of the heart of every living entity. O Lord, you exist before the creation. Therefore, who, trapped by a body of material qualities in this material world, can understand you? O Lord, whose glories are covered by your own energy, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are Sankarsana, the origin of creation, and you are Vasudeva, the origin of Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Because you are everything, and are therefore the Supreme Brahman, we simply offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Appearing in bodies like those of an ordinary fish, tortoise and hog, you exhibit activities impossible for such creatures to perform, extraordinary, incomparable, transcendental activities of unlimited power and strength. These bodies of yours, therefore, are not the modes of material elements, but are incarnations of your Supreme Personality. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who have now appeared with full potency for the benefit of all living entities within this material world. O supremely auspicious, we offer our respectful obeisances unto you, who are the supreme good, O most famous descendant and controller of the Yadu dynasty, O son of Vasudeva, O most peaceful, let us offer our obeisances unto your lotus feet. O supreme form, we are always servants of your servants, especially of Naramuni. Now give us permission to leave for our home. It is by the grace and mercy of Naramuni that we have been able to see you face to face. Henceforward, may all our words describe your pastimes. May our ears engage in oral reception of your glories. May our hands, legs, and other senses engage in actions pleasing to you. And may our minds always think of your lotus feet. May our heads offer obeisances to everything within this world, because all things are also your different forms. And may our eyes see the forms of Vaishnavas who are non-different from you. Sukadevi Goswami. Sukadev Goswami continued, the two young demigods thus offer prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although Sri Krishna, the Supreme Godhead, is the master of all, and was certainly Gokul Seva, the master of Gokula, he was bound to the wooden mortar by the ropes of the gopis, and therefore, smiling widely, he spoke to the sons of Kuvera the following words. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the great saint Naramuni is very merciful. By his curse, he showed the greatest favour to both of you, who were mad after material opulence, and who had thus become blind. Although you fell from the higher planet Swargaloka and became trees, you were most favoured by him. I knew of all these incidents from the very beginning. When one is face to face with the sun, there is no longer darkness for one's eyes. Similarly, when one is face to face with a sadhu, a devotee who is fully determined and surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one will no longer be subject to material bondage. O Nakulavara and Manigriva, now you may both return home. Since you desire to be always absorbed in my devotional service, your desire to develop love and affection for me will be fulfilled, and now you will never fall from that platform. Sukadev Goswami said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, having spoken to the two demigods in this way, they circumambulated the Lord, who was bound to the wooden mortar, and offered obeisances to him. After taking the permission of Lord Krishna, they returned to their respective homes. Yep, that's Jay. 100.
He's loaded up there with his, he looks like a Green Beret, man, with his electrical equipment. Yeah, you know, I think we'll just end it after this. Only 3 people. What happened here? No, there's more. Okay. Yeah, we'll end this now. Maybe Yamuna wants to read, but first I want to say something about this here. See, so Nakula and Manigriva, now you may both return home, since you desire to be always absorbed in my devotional service. Your desire to develop love and affection for me will be fulfilled. And you see, this is what they got from associating with a sadhu face to face, is you get this desire to be absorbed in the devotional service, because it's very wonderful. See, like they are. And that desire is what's fulfilled by the Lord. See, the Lord's pastime, even the material world or the spiritual, is to fulfill the desire of his devotees. So if you're wanting material opulence, he gives you material opulence. But when you're with a devotee, you begin to get new desires by that association. That, I think I want the devotional service of the Lord. That looks really wonderful. I desire that. See? And the thing is, with this, material opulence is very difficult to fulfill. It's very hard to gain material. You got to work hard for it. You got to all kinds of austerities, physical things. But the devotional service in Kali Yuga is so easily given. It's just mainly to get people to desire it. They don't see it out there, so they got no desire for it. Therefore, the Lord sends his devotees who say, you see on there, wow, look how nice it is. I think I want this. Like Janaki says, yeah, I'm really greedy. I want this. See? So the Lord will give it to you in spite of your being a hard nut to crack. And that's nothing to the Lord. He just will start to give you just because you want it and because you associate with his devotees and you're affectionately disposed towards his devotees. That's it. And so the devotees, they teach by example the value of this devotional service. That's very wonderful. There's nothing more wonderful in this world than that. See? Otherwise, who is the example? Unless you're tasting this bhakti and relishing this transcendental, ecstatic, affectionate relationship with Krishna, how can you teach others? I don't care what kind of guru you are. You can't teach this. You can't spark a desire for people that want pure devotional service. They got to see that you are relishing that. What kind of example are you if you can't taste the holy name of Krishna in ecstatic rapture? What kind of example are you to inspire anybody in that? You will, by your example of whatever you are, they will become. Okay? If you're truly an ecstatic tree of devotion, they will become an ecstatic tree of devotion. But if they're a big, proud sannyasi, then they will become big, proud sannyasis. Or leave you at some point. Okay? So, we need that desire for pure devotional service. And only by seeing a devotee relishing pure devotional service can we really get that desire. They're showing us. That's why the devotees and Lord Chaitanya himself in Chaitanya Bhagavad says, wow, how fortunate we are to see the ecstatic symptoms walk across the pathways of our eyes. Because it's like, hey man, look at this example. My God, I want that. I want to relish these verses like you see a devotee. What is Johan doing there? He's doing just what Lord Chaitanya did. He relished those verses in these books in ecstasy. And look at this. That is, Johan is doing that now too, and others. If you're relishing these verses, man, it'll put a smile on your face. A song in your heart. All kinds of wonderful things. See? That's the secret. See? Tasting these verses like this to where it brings tears and ecstatic symptoms that we read about in the scriptures. That's a real line, man. What are people following these false lines for, man? How long are you going to just cry sahajits, like person crying, wolf, 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 wolf. There's no wolf here. The only wolf are those who crying wolf. Saying there's a wolf here. No, there's no wolf. There's there's the real deal here, man. One who is not ecstatic is still a sinner and is thus not qualified to preach the glory. That's absolutely right. They're really not. You're a sinner until this ecstatic devotion awakens. Sin has remained in you. You don't understand the real path yet. And a person has to admit that. If you don't, then how can, this is what Jesus taught. He taught those Pharisees. He said, they said, well, we're the son, just like you, we're the sons of Moses and God also. Equal. See, want to be equal. And Jesus said, no, until you admit that you're blind, like this person at the well, he can be healed because he admits, I'm blind, but you don't admit. You think your false ego, you can see through your eyes of your false ego. And therefore you will die in your sin. And that goes for all these teachers and gurus and everything that don't have ecstatic devotion, are not relishing the name and ecstasy. They will die in their false ego, and their followers will fall in the same ditch. Because they believe that that's bhakti, but it's not. See, that's just the way it is, man. You know, you want to get rid of that, you have to admit, you know what, I'm a blind person. When we get some sannyasis come in here and say, you know what, I really want this mercy. I'm a blind person. I can't see. I thought I could see. Now I see I can't see. Please help me. Oh, so easily they will get bhakti. But until then, most of them will die in that sin. Just like with Prabhupada's godbrothers. They die in that if they don't admit that they can't see and that they're blind, and there's a real acharya in their face who got the real mercy of the parampara, you know, which is ecstatic bhakti. Same thing here. If you don't see that real mercy here, and you don't agree with it, and you're just hating this and crying such and everything, and you die with that covering. You die in that. You take that covering with you. But if you admit, my God, the real mercy of Prabhupada and the disciplic line is working through our Sangha here, you will get that covering removed like that. Otherwise you die with it. And you take another birth for sure. Certainly. Absolutely. But if you come to the point you admit that real bhakti is here and you really want it, you desire this, then in a second it could be taken off. Or at least your heart begins to get soft and you make real progress in this life. Otherwise you don't make any progress. You just stay there. And your followers who believe in you also go into the ditch with you in the darkness. Hey man, when the Savior principle is here, it's here. When it's not, it's not. If there's only darkness here, there's only darkness. But if there's one light here, preaching the real truth, then there's possibility of some grace coming through for Vaishnavas. Otherwise, darkness prevails, right? Everybody believes in the darkness is going to liberate them. All it takes is 1 out of 1,000,000 of those devotees that sees the real light, that has a real affectionate relationship with the Lord, to say, declare it. No, man, that's darkness. Just like Sudama, he liberated a whole kingdom. There's only one person. Sudama Brahman says that is a false representation of Krishna, man. That is the false Vasudeva. One person, everybody agreed with the darkness, except 1 out of 1,000,000. Just like now, I'm saying, you guys who don't admit that this is real truth here and real ecstasy and real affection for God, you're going to die and take your followers with you in the darkness. Because you can't see what the real light is, man. The real light is here. Doesn't it make sense? Can't you see that? If you can't see a real light, where are you going? You're going to go in the darkness, man. That was the point of Jesus, Lord Chaitanya and everything. He said, if people, that student community, if they don't accept me and just criticize, they will be destroyed. See, that means you take another birth. Okay? And then you live, and then you die, and you live until you die, until you admit where the light is and accept it. So now is an opportunity for the devotees. Who can see it? Whoever does, whoever comes to believe in what we're teaching here, and that God is with us, that the parampara is truly with us, man, and delivering people that you can see with your own eyes, you're out of here, man. You're set free easily. You will feel it.
you will start to feel this bliss of being saved, man. There's a special bliss and ecstasy and freedom that no one experiences in this world because of accepting the real path, the real life, the real truth. And it's here, man. Okay, so if Yamuna wants to, she can get up there now. Thank you very much. Have an awesome transcendental day, and chant the holy name and share it with the public too. Let's do more of that. Hare Krishna.